Hello,
We
welcome to okay, motherfucker. All right, let's try
go.
this again. Hello, and welcome to the GameNight podcast. I'm Krotus, and I'm here with.
The co-host Victor.
Okay, there we go. You're supposed to come in like a bit sooner, but there we go. Um, this is gonna be basically episode 0, the pilot of the podcast, and sorts. Basically, how are you today? Actually, let me start. How are you today?
Pretty good, man. I just finished doing all my million math problems that I had. But other than that, I've been pretty good. How about yourself?
It was all right. um, I basically went to work, came home, and I'm like, should I drink right now? Then I'm like, I'll wait for a little bit. Just
And
kind
now
of
you're drink. And now you're drinking. Nice.
not yet, not yet. I was
Oh,
going
okay.
to, but then you texted me. I'm like, all right, I need to be sober for this.
All right, all right. But yeah, dude. What do you got going on? I know you've been streaming lately too, right?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I haven't streamed. Well, my normal schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at 4 p.m. And I did not stream Monday, Wednesday, or today. I'm recording this on a Friday. I did not stream basically at all this week, and I feel bad since that's like, if I want to be a good streamer, I should be streaming more. But it's like, um, the
Life
motivation's
happens.
not there. Yeah, the life happens. Like if I'm too tired from work, I'm not motivated enough to stream. Or if I don't know what to stream, then that basically stops me from streaming because like, well, I don't want to start the stream and not know what to do. Because as of right now, like the bit higher ups in the Devil May Cry speedrunning community. If you don't know, I do speedrun on Twitch stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And for the audio or video portion of this will be on in the description below on YouTube. If you don't know, go to youtube.com/Krotus and you'll find it from there. But the higher ups in the speedrunning community are talking about adding a new category, and then so I voiced my opinion about moving the category I run into like extension categories, basically. So it's not like a real category, but it's still going to be considered one. And since like not a lot of people run it, like I'm basically one of the few people that do. So I'm just waiting to see on that before I start doing runs again because I don't want to keep running it and then it's like, oh, we're deciding to like, not make it an official run. I'm like, oh fuck, I spent all this time into doing this.
No, yeah, I feel it, man. I feel it. Yeah, just wait on that and see what they say, because like you say, you don't want to be doing stuff. Come to find out that your work has been in vain.
Yeah, but besides that, uh, I like nothing. I don't really. Well, on Saturdays I play Danganronpa. I don't know if you know what that game is. It's like I don't know how old is that game. I don't know how old it is, but it's a pretty fun game. It's like a visual novel kind of game, but it's kind of like messed up.
In what sense?
I'm growing attached to too many characters and they're all dying.
Oh no, the plot thickens.
Because like the premise of it is like you're in a school and the only way to get out of this, like you're trapped in a school with like 15 other people, and the only way to get out of the school is to kill other people and not get caught. But my character's like, no, we're not doing that. And then other people are killing each other, and then they get caught. I'm like, well, damn, I like this character. Now they're dead.
So it's kind of like the school or the video game that came out way back in 2000 and I want to say 3 or 4. Bully, where you're in.
Bully, there you
Yeah,
go. I
it's kind
know
of
that
like to
one.
have a more adult like.
In a sense, it's like it's more of an anime game,
Okay, okay, I feel it.
but I like
Um,
it.
let's
I
move on.
it's like 3
Go
of
ahead.
them.
Okay, also there's 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't know how close I am to finishing the first one.
Nice. I'm sure the. Heck? Oh yeah, as I said, I'm sure that the viewers are enjoying it though,
Oh
especially
yeah,
when they
they
see
really are.
their favorite character get slash.
It's like the chat's kind of a mixed thing because like they want this character to live, like thinks this is the best character, and someone else will be like, oh, this is the best character. And I'm like, you guys are all wrong. First of all, I'll say that right now. And then someone like my favorite character will die. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still standing by my decision. But it's a fun game. Like I get a lot of streamers, like not streamers, viewers doing that. Probably because it's anime, and anime just like dominates views for some reason.
I mean, it's the genre. That's what people want to see. They want to see anime and blood and gore and titties.
We don't see that last part in there for some, sadly,
Exactly.
but yeah.
But let's move on to the next topic. You want to talk about some of the latest anime you've been watching, or what's up?
We can, but beforehand, if you guys wait, now I seen that you have another podcast with I don't know who the official
Oh,
co-hosts
that's
are.
right. It's yeah.
I
So
I haven't listened to episode 2 yet. I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 episodes out right now, right?
Uh, I'm currently editing episode number 3.
Holy shit! But yeah,
So yes,
it's
guys.
on Spotify. That's why I listen to it on at least.
Yes. So for those of you who are just tuning in, I am a co-host and 2 other podcasts. Well, actually, I'm a co-host on another podcast, and I host solo my podcast in Spanish. The other podcast is called It's Janese. It's pretty much like, let me spell it out for you guys. So we'll put it on the description so that way they can see
Yeah.
and check it out. And the other one is all about paranormal, um, pretty much supernatural stories and encounters that people have gone through. It's in Spanish mostly. It's Crónicas Paranormales. So if you guys are interested in it, we'll put them on the description below, and you guys could check them out as well. But yeah, dude. And then I'm working on another. I'm gonna be co-hosting another podcast. Yeah, don't worry, don't mind us. The spirits around here roaming in the house.
Spirits in the house.
Yeah, dude. I swear my house is haunted.
All right. Oh my god. Like back in like 2017. Well, my grandma always like says it, but I always feel like she's joking about like how there's a spirit in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But like 2017, when I first started living with my grandma, I would just like I would see like sleep paralysis, right? How like your
Yes,
mind
sir.
just like messes with you while you're in it. Well, I would
Yeah.
always see the same thing every single time, and I just can't move, and they're just like sitting there, they're watching me, or just like doing so, just like standing there, and it's the whole year and the whole time, and it's like holy shit.
Let
And then
me
now it's like I don't see it anymore because I sleep at night. That's the only reason now.
let me ask you this. Did the thing that you saw, was it like a shadow, like a big shadow, or how would you describe it? Like a black mass, or
Like The Grudge, but not as horrifying. It's more like
so it's more like a shadowy figure, correct?
kind of you could definitely tell that there's like a face and stuff there, but like they're like I want to say it's a her. Okay, I've been calling her a her this whole time. Probably not a her, but she has really long hair, and for some reason I'm just laying there. I'm like, should I be aroused or scared right now? I don't know what's happening.
Why not both?
Exactly. um, but yeah, it's been like a solid year, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years since my cat's trying to break down my door. She's like, "Let me in. I hear you in there." But I yeeted her out the room because I didn't want her going in and out.
So let me just tell you from my experiences and like with the paranormal stuff that that I've read, and some stuff that I've like seen before. Usually when you see shadowy figures like that, they're called shadow people. And these shadow people, there is speculations that people have proposed that they're either ghosts, but they like you know how most clichély wise ghosts are white, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least they're like transparent. But these ones, they're black due to their nature being malicious.
Mm-hmm.
So like all the darkness in them is just like it's like an evil ghost. That's what people have said. Like people in the paranormal community and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a second explanation saying that they are interdimensional beings. So like people that are live in other dimensions and they kind of come and visit us, but you don't really see a color on them just because they're like and they're stuck in between our dimension and their dimension. Is weird. You can only see like the reflection shadow of them. And
I would
then
believe both of those over anything in my mind, like what I try to tell myself.
yeah, and then the third one is that those things are actually demonic entities. Well, the third one's pretty much think with the same with the first explanation, evil spirits. But there is also a fourth one that I've read, and they say that those are astral projections from people who are pretty much how can I say, like spying on you. I guess that's what they were
Like
saying.
spirit walkers.
Yeah, like spirit walkers, kind of like
Right.
the Conjuring. If you've seen that
Oh, okay.
movie,
Conjuring.
where
No,
is
I'm trying to think. Like, isn't the
no,
Conjuring
my
storyline
mistake.
the Annabelle one?
No, my mistake. Insidious. My bad.
Oh,
Insidious, bro.
Insidious.
Hmm.
Insidious. Like I know I've seen it. I always get Conjuring and Insidious mixed up. I also get Sinister's
So
a pretty messed up one. If you've seen that movie.
Sinister, I think it goes hand on hand with with Insidious. But no,
I think it does.
Insidious, what it is pretty much like people who have the ability to detach their spirit from their body.
Okay, I know
And
which one we're talking about
so
now.
yeah, so it's like people like that. They do astral projections. I mean, those things are kind of like yeah, you can everybody can do them if you know how to, if you research them and know how to do it. But for that, you need to have a maximum state of relaxation for your body. But they're dangerous because you go to the other world, pretty much like the dead realm, you could call it the nether realm, the shadow
Mhm.
realm, and you're out there lurking around. So if anything happens to your spiritual body in there, it affects you in real life or like in your physical body.
Mhm.
So it's very interesting theories that I've read upon them.
It's like all like what do you call it? Because my dad's side, um, if you're looking at my brother, you could probably tell I believe that more than looking at me since how like I'm pale, how palish I am. But
Yes.
they're my dad's what is it? My dad's mom, I think, or like his grandma. Like they're native because the opposite. The husband came from Spain and the mom was a Native American, and so like I don't know, like it's just stuff like that. So like even though I look into that stuff, I'm like, oh damn, these people believe in some crazy stuff, and then
Oh yeah, no.
it's just stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Like Native Americans, bro, they believe in these the ghost walkers and the Wendigos and
Yeah, they
like
believe in like a lot of creatures that were like you
like
wouldn't think
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, though like the Wendigos. Um, some of them believe that they're spiritual spirits that go inside humans and kind of corrupt them into becoming cannibals. So you know they eat their own people and stuff.
Yeah,
But others they said that they're like demons and stuff. Like you know they kind of like possess you and stuff. Like so, pretty much they're like demonic entities or spirits.
but isn't it how they start though? Is through cannibalism?
Yeah, it's through cannibalism. That's why it's
Yeah.
like really frowned upon on the native tribes from what I've read.
Hmm.
I mean, cannibalism is frowned upon society, but it's more
Oh
like
yeah.
spiritual wise, you know. And then the skinwalkers, I like the concept of the skinwalkers because in Mexico
Hmm.
we have something called nahuales, and they're pretty much the same thing. They go hand in hand. And for those of you who don't know what a skinwalker is, it's people who have the ability to made up to change from a human being to like an animal, kind of like the transformation takes place kind of like a werewolf, if you would, kind of like that. So that way, you know, it's like simple terms where you know you could turn into a bear, you could turn into a wolf, a dog, eagle, um, but it has to do more with like the spiritual rituals that they do and stuff. It's pretty interesting, but there's those people that have the ability to be a skinwalker and they use it for bad stuff.
I can see it being used like very helpful and very dangerous as well, since like if you're on the run and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. But we are not the horror podcast. Let's point this out right now. So
No, yeah, we were just
let's talk
talking
about
about it.
topic. Let's talk about the new topic.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, pretty much what we wanna talk about in this podcast and what we're trying to get out to people in the community is video game reviews. Correct me if I'm wrong in any of these ideas.
Hmm.
Anime reviews,
Hmm.
manga reviews.
Hmm.
Um, pretty like if we are to go to like conventions and stuff, we kind of want to get some like video footage of them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what we're gonna be covering on the podcast. Just all nerdy, geeky stuff, I guess you could say. The cool stuff.
I feel like every now and then the conversation will diverge because like if we talk about one anime, then that leads on to something else. So eventually, like occasionally, that might happen. Um, Probably not every time though.
Yeah, and if the chat and the people are being, you know, cool, we might even talk about hentai, JK.
What the hell?
You know, because the plot thickens, man.
Plot those thickens. Speaking of thickens, what anime was I watching recently? I was starting to watch an anime. Um, I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember what it was, but thickens came to my head because I was scrolling through my Instagram, and since no, like I don't ever show my Instagram to anybody. Uh, I seen High School DxD. I'm like, well, that's not unnatural. There's this anime on my feed all like half the time. It's either anime or not sports. Sports isn't. It's the anime and video games. Basically, what my Instagram feed is. But I seen High School DxD. I'm like, I should probably watch this again because I haven't finished. I haven't finished season 3. I'm like 2 episodes in, 3 episodes in. But
No, you're missing out, bro.
I feel like I am, but I just couldn't get into it. Like I really need to sit down and watch it. That's my biggest problem with most anime.
Yeah, you gotta sit down and watch it, and then do a review, and then share it with the audience. Be like, yo, so this is my my 5 points on why you should watch it, and 5 points why you shouldn't watch it. Something like that. That'd be interesting.
It's like mostly plot. That's like when I say plot, if you don't know what I mean, it's
You'll find out.
yeah. Well, so I can't really describe it. I can't describe plot to you without sounding weird. Speaking of
Yes.
weird, today is the 14th of February as I'm recording. It's breaking the fourth wall. I was going to stream today, but I was leaving work and something came up. I got a text message from a person. We both know this person. I'm not going to say their name, but we both know this person. And they said, "Oh, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while." And I sent it to your brother. You probably guess what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, I know who you. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Did he tell you this?
No, but I've seen you
Oh,
posted on your Instagram, on your story feed. Is it the same? Is it the same subject, right?
let me check. But I post my Instagram feed. I don't remember
Like it was a
this.
while back. Someone asking you how you been, and you just gotta say,
Oh
"Oh,
no, different person, different person.
oh,
Different
okay. Never
person.
mind,
No,
never
we
mind."
both know this person because you live next to them. That's as far.
Oh, okay. Now I know who. Now I know who. Yeah, this is.
But she texts me. I'm like, well, this is random. I'm at work. I wasn't expecting this, and that caught me off guard. So I sent it to your brother. I feel like a smug face, like a little anime face, smugged. And then I'm like, I'm winning now. I'm in the lead of this race.
They're missing you now.
But that's when you said plot thickens, and I'm like, oh damn, this came back to my head right now.
The plot tickets. No, yeah, dude. You want to start us up with some of your recent anime discoveries?
Discoveries, that's a hard one. I feel like a lot of the anime I've been watching recently, I just haven't finished because they're so short. Like with me, if I'm gonna watch an anime that's really good, it's either I'm gonna watch it all in one sitting or I'm not gonna finish it because like if like 12 episodes animes, which bug me really bad is like what bugs me is when an anime is 12 episodes and it gets so good, and then when you get to the last episode and you know there's no more to it, it's like damn, well, what do I do now?
Oh no, I feel it. It's just like you're like, okay, so what do I do with my life? Like
Yes,
I feel like you feel like you get the void and just void in your life because you
it's
were
like
like
I
like
want
you
more.
yeah, you were into it. There was this anime that I was watching on Amazon Prime. It was really good. I'm trying to find the name of it. I think it was called I think it was called The Last Bite or something like that.
The last
But
bite.
let me see. Hold on. Saga Hells. No. I have it right here on my on my watch list. Anyways, let me just tell you what, and then we'll find the name. We'll find the name. It's a good anime. So pretty much what the anime is about people who metamorph into animals.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like there was a game back in the 90s called Bloody Roar. I don't know if you ever played it.
I have not.
Oh, you're missing out. But anyways, so there is this main character is a honey badger. Well, she's a human girl, and it's like humans who mutate into animals. They metamorph into animals, and they fight, but they fight to the death, kind of like MMA style, but to the death. And so the girl has to go and finds because there's this evil corporation who's been experimenting on people, and they've been injecting them with this like virus and makes you turn into an animal. And so the main character, like I said, is a honey badger. And then along the way, she finds one of the all employees from the company who was supposed to go and I believe he was like a mercenary to go and like infect more people, but he didn't know that that's what he was doing. He only had a briefcase, and so then the girl goes, sees that he's getting attacked by the other mercenaries. She kills the other two mercenaries, and when she's about to kill him, he's like, "Hey, wait, what are you doing? Like, I don't know what the hell's going on." And so they kind of just stick together through the whole anime. It's a pretty interesting anime, dude. It's pretty legit.
I feel like because I watch anime on Crunchyroll and they changed the name all the time. But it's Go Go WW. I'm not giving the URL, but it's Go Go Anime. Um, I pay for Crunchyroll. What the hell?
God damn it, bro. We're gonna have to cut this segment because people are calling. Okay, so like I said, the name of the anime is called Killing Bites, and it's pretty much about an ordinary college student who meets a mysterious high school student called Hitomi. And yeah, like I said, Hitomi, she's the honey badger. and she turns into, like I said, a honey badger and starts fighting other guys that turn into monsters. But the first episode, how it starts, is really weird because like Hitomi, being the girl, she gets kidnapped by these other guys, kind of like soldiers, I guess they were like soldiers, and they're trying to rape her.
The hell?
Yeah, so they try to rape her. Like they leave her like on her underwear and shit, and then after that, like she just turns into the honey badger and fucking shreds them, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Like, I'm not gonna judge you what you watch, but I'm judging you right now, just so you know.
no, but they don't do it. Like there is no nudity on it. There's like no sexual nudity. It's just a one episode, just a one part.
Mm.
But it's a really good anime. You should watch the trailer for it. Killing Bites.
It's on Amazon Prime, you said,
Yes,
or Prime
sir.
Video?
Yes.
About to say my Prime renews next week, and even though it's like a 1 day thing, like you only pay for it once a year, it's like, damn, I don't want to pay for this right now. How expensive this is, like $100 and something, but I use it a lot, so I'm like, I need to pay for this.
Well, that's not a problem for me. I just have Metro, bro.
Oh, it comes with it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I did not know that. I'm not switching over though.
That's the only reason why they kept me there still.
That's the only reason. Like, I'm gonna leave, and they're like, "Oh wait, but you got Prime Video." Like, I'm back.
Not even Prime Video. It's like the whole Amazon Prime. We
Oh,
get it
is
for
it the
free.
whole thing?
The whole thing, bro.
What the hell? That's crazy. I was about to say something, I forgot. But
So yeah, that's the one anime that I've been watching lately. That I saw lately. My discoveries, Killing Bites, pretty good, pretty good.
I'm trying to think. Well, like going back to what I was saying, like I only watched anime on 2 sites, and there's a legal site where it's just Crunchyroll on the other site. It's not illegal, but it's basically every anime is on there. I
It's
like
frowned upon by the government.
I guess you could say that. I mean, I'm assuming since like this thing says we moved the site to this here. Please bookmark the new site. Thank you. I clicked on it, but it's like it's the same site. I don't know what I'm bookmarking now. But it's like every anime is on there, and it's like if a new episode comes out that day, like it'll be on there already. I'm like, what the, like in good quality and everything. Like, what is this? I'm like, why am I still paying for Crunchyroll? But look, having Crunchyroll makes me look more legal. But there's like quite a bit of anime that I'm like I want to get into, but I just can't get into again because like I need to sit down and watch it. But, like, have you seen World Trigger?
I have not seen that one.
It's not weird, but it's like you really gotta
Elaborate.
sit down to get into it. Like that's the thing. What'd you say it was?
I said elaborate. No, like tell
Oh,
me,
elaborate.
yeah, tell me more about it.
Basically, like it's like a city in Japan. Not a city in Japan. I'm stupid as hell. Oh no, okay, okay. I was right. Japan. I thought I said Tokyo for a second. I'm about to say, well, okay, well, I sound like a retard now. But like a wormhole opens up in the middle of the city and like aliens come out of it, and there's like a special unit that like deals with it, and it's like it's stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I watched the first like episode and a half. It's pretty good, but it's not like your first episode has to really rope me in for me to stay interested. Like something like big has to happen. I'm like where I gotta be like I need to watch this because like any movie, any video game, any anime that I watch is basically gonna be like if you could hook me in the very beginning, I'm gonna sit through the whole thing and watch it because it looks good. Like what game am I thinking of? What game was I playing just recently? Sword and Shield. Okay, well we'll go with Sword and Shield. Um, the best Pokemon game since Gen 4, in my opinion.
Hands down, I agree to it, man. It's pretty good.
Okay, I haven't officially played Gen 5. I played through it one time, but like I just sped through it because it just wasn't fun, it was interesting. Gen 6 X and Y, I can't get into it. It's just so boring. I liked Oris though, but that's a remake of 3, so
Really, you didn't like X and Y, dude? I loved X and Y.
I can't get into it. It's like I don't enjoy it. Um,
I don't know, man. I thought it was pretty good. I loved it, man. I was like, this is good. This is like the best. This is one of the best Pokemon games in my opinion since Sapphire and Ruby.
holy hell. What about Gen 7? What's your opinion on that? Do you like that or no?
What was Gen 7?
Sun and Moon, Ultra
Sun
Sun.
and Moon, right?
Yeah.
The concept was good, was interesting. There was like something new for everybody, but I felt like Sun and Moon could have been introduced way sooner on the line, like maybe after like before the Johto League,
Mhm.
because essentially Sun and Moon is like the Kanto counter region because it's like an island below the counter region. If you put up the maps together,
Oh,
but
really?
yeah, that's what people were saying. I'm not sure, but it's I mean, it's I give it a solid 7.5, just
Wow.
because they introduced some new mechanics and stuff, some new Pokemon. Um, but the story, I don't know, man. The story was kind of whack. To me, it
Their
was kind of whack.
problem with it was like, because they released Sun and Moon, and I feel like I feel like it wasn't finished.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
like they could have done more with it. But Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are basically the same game, but with more added onto it. And I feel like that's a complete story because at the end of Sun and Moon, you find a Krozma just chilling. I'm like, what's his story? Like he's just here. Like you expect me to like just believe that this legendary monster is chilling here in the grass. But in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, he actually has a backstory, and they go more into into the lore and stuff. Where it's like they shouldn't just release like they should not release Sun and Moon and just release Ultra Sun and Moon by itself in Gen 7. That would make Gen 7. I enjoy Gen 7 though a lot more than I enjoyed Gen 6 and 5 or 5 and 6.
Yeah, as I'm saying, yeah, like you said, I feel like it was a little bit unfinished. They should just release it as Ultra Sun and Moon, like you said, and it would have been an amazing addition to the collection. But yeah, they didn't. So whatever. Game Freak got kind of money hungry.
But Sword and Shield, I say it's like every video, every stream basically, every video on my YouTube that I play Pokemon on. I got the day off of work for that Friday that release. I
Same.
got Thursday night. I got it. I started playing at like 9:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. the first day, like our first night, and then I went to bed, and I woke up at 1 p.m. Then I went to bed at 5 a.m. and I beat the game then. And that just goes to show like how much I enjoy the game. Like people could be like, "Oh, it doesn't have the national decks while you're enjoying this," and I'm like, "You're just mad because it doesn't have Weedle in the game." Like I don't know what to tell you, but it was a
Nah,
really solid game. That's what it was.
like in my opinion, bro, I don't know why people. How about like the only reason why I was tripping, like, about the whole national decks. I don't care about all the other Pokemons, bro. The only reason why I was tripping is why the hell does Charmander get to be there, but not your boy Bulbasaur and Bean and Squirtle? You know,
I I see what you mean because like that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why they like at this point you already know that they're showing favorites towards Charizard and stuff like that. That's why he's in the game.
I mean, look at him, like, the poor man. He's modeled after a dragon, but he's not a dragon. So I mean, Game Freak is like, oh, poor little guy. Let's give him some pity and attention.
That's exactly what happened. But
Yeah.
are you excited for the DLC that they're gonna release in June?
Hell yes, brother.
Like, I feel like the best part about it is because Game Freak came out and said like, "Oh, we're not releasing any more Mons. This is the whole game right here. We're not doing anything else for it." And then they announced, "Oh, we're releasing 200 more Mons," and it's like they just lied to us. But I'm loving this still because I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. And I'm glad to see like they're bringing old Mons in as well as some new ones. And so it's like all these Mons that I have from the past games will finally have use again. Like I'm not gonna, not be
Just
able to
let
use
him
them ever
die.
again.
Winner. Do you
Uh,
want to see the list of the ones confirmed already, or
I seen that already, but
you already seen it? I hope, dude. I hella hope that they add Dragonite. Did they add a Dragonite?
not that I know of.
Not yet,
I
huh?
hope they do
Yes, Dragonite was one of my best. Like, he's one of my favorite ones too.
because what you call it? They're bringing a lot of legendaries back, and I like there's like 810 Pokemon right now, and so basically have 600 out of the 810, and so people could still be like, oh, that's still not all of them. But in reality, if you never completed any national decks, I feel like you don't have the right to complain about not having a national decks.
Exactly. Well, even then, I think most of them they just kind of trip about it because most of their favorite competitive Pokemons are not on the ranks or they're not on the Pokédex. But a lot of them, they're what's it called? A lot of the Pokemons, they're not really suited for competitive play. If you want to go the route, only
Like which ones? Like the ones they have now or before?
no, the one like overall, like before this generation, because people were
Oh,
complaining. Oh, because when I went on Reddit and some of the Reds, oh, this is not good. This product is so unfinished. They should add a national Pokédex. So I could use my favorite Pokemon in competitive. And it turns out their favorite Pokemon was like a Swaddle, the little praying mantis from Sun and Moon, or like just weird wacky Pokemons that didn't really have any like stats, not even to be on the underused team. Like they were just there, just wacky Pokemons.
Like there's two types of people. Basically, the people who like use the Pokemon they love in competitive, the Pokemon the people who actually know competitive, and stuff like that. Like basically the actual competitive players. I fall into the category of the actual competitive players as like I study the meta. Like I use this mon, like and I use that mon, and I'm not like even the like my mascots for my Pokemon League team is Wooper. Shuckle's my favorite Pokemon. But it's like I'm not gonna go in there and Quagsire because first of all, he's not a really good mon. I know that. Shuckle's not a good mon. I know that. So it's not like I'm gonna be that guy. Like, oh, these are my favorite mons. I'm gonna use them. I only want them used. Like, be able to use them in competitive. Because like if they didn't make the list, I want to be mad still because like they introduced so much more new mons, and the meta was definitely changed in the fact that all the mons from like past generations, it was switched up a bit. Like since like Gen 5, Landorus was like he ran OU, and then the fact that they took him out changed everything because there's like, oh, what can this mon do? What can this mon do? Like, how can we do this? Like, work this around. But now the fact that they're bringing, like, I'm not mad at the bringing Landorus back. I feel like it's gonna be more difficult to adjust, like, to what this new meta is gonna be, since I don't know what the actual meta is now because I see so much people do different things. I don't know the actual meta. I feel like I just said I did, but it's like
Mm, I think like the main meta for like special attackers right now. Let me check quick just to make sure because I don't want to be giving people clickbait information.
I want to say
But
toxicity is a good one.
let's see. Hold on.
Well, I know he's a good one because maybe throat spray. You might need throat spray, but I use choice specs. A boom burst, even though it's not stab, is still one of his strongest attacks since it's just so much damage compared to an actual stab voice move.
So from this website that I'm seeing, GameWinner.net,
Mhm.
S tier right now for attackers: Dragonpult, Dragulp, I think that's how you pronounce it,
Mhm.
Mimikyu, and Darmanitan.
Darmanitan, he's actually banned from OU because how good he is.
Yeah.
Um, when that first
Uh.
happened, I'm like, why is this a thing? Within my chat was telling me because his ability is basically a choice band. So you could choice band and then you have the top of his ability and he could just one shot just about anything. I'm like,
Yep.
who let this happen at Game Freak? Like they thought this was gonna be a good thing. I mean, good thing. It is a good thing, but it's like competitive wise, it got him banned, and he's a really cool mon. But I can
Well,
see
yeah.
Dragon Pult because that's a pretty good support mon and stuff.
Yep. And then for the special damages on the S tier, Hydreigon,
Ooh,
Rotom, Wash Rotom, Togekiss, and then if you want to include the Mole Rotom, like that's the S tier for the special damage, special attackers. And then
I can see that.
for the physical things, it's your boy Corbinite, Ferrothorn, Toxapex, Galarian Corsola, and then Hippowdon.
Yeah, I feel like those make sense. Those do make sense.
Like
Looking at it now,
Galarian Corsola is pretty badass if you use it with the Eviolite. That's how I'm running mine.
I
I
never
need
used.
to.
I have one, but I've never used it.
It's badass, dude. And then for the physical things, once again, your boy Tuxapex, the boy Snorlax, and Galarian Corsola. So Galarian Corsola could go either way.
That's the sign of a good mon. There is like when you can use them either way, and they still could
Yeah.
be like, put into work.
Yep. It goes both ways.
But but yeah, like I can't wait for this DLC.
I already pre-ordered it, bro. I already
Did
pre-bought it.
you? I've
I,
been slacking on that. Maybe next check because this next check first I got to pay Amazon. But I'm paying my last payment because do you know what Sizzle is?
um. So man.
Uh, basically, well, I have anime figures. If you ever come to my streams, you'll know that I talk about them because I'm a degenerate in life. But as Crunchyroll, if you want to go to buy a figure, you either pay like the 200 at once and then wait for your pre-order, or you could do payments through Sizzle, which is basically every 2 weeks you do a payment. So it's like instead of 200 at once, so like week one will be $50, and then 2 weeks later you'll do another $50, and then it just goes from there like every 2 weeks. Now
Oh, okay. Okay.
that's kind of wild, and I'm about to do my last one. It's like $37 for this last one.
What
Uh,
what degenerate figure did you bought?
I honestly do not remember.
You haven't gotten it?
Oh no, it's pre-order right now. I think it comes out like later this year. I can actually probably check order
Oh,
history.
it's probably Ren.
It actually is. I know that for sure. I just go like to my emails and stuff. But yeah, we need to like sit down or not sit down, like at least or, like me, you at least like we could do like a live video thing because like a tripod for my web, because I use webcams. I'm not a DSLR kind of guy just yet.
I have mine. We could take mine, bro. Don't even worry. I
A
got you.
webcam or DSR?
I have a Rebel T7i
I don't know what that is.
from Canon. It's a Canon.
It's an actual DSR.
Yeah, dude.
What the hell? But
Yeah, like you haven't seen my. I uploaded a video on YouTube to the Stockton Con, dude.
okay, I seen that. Okay, I seen that. Where is this? Where we at here? Okay, I seen like out of nowhere. Like I went on YouTube one night and I'm like, oh shit, he uploaded. But yeah, like you come over. We do like I guess like a live recording.
Bro, I don't work. I don't work tomorrow. We could probably do that if you want.
I'm probably busy tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Saturday.
Yep.
When did I go to my uncle's? I started brewing beer. Fun little fact. And it's pretty fun. It's actually really easy. What's this? 13th. It's actually really easy.
You how do you brew it?
Do you know how to make top ramen, right? Like cup noodles and stuff like that.
Okay, so you just gotta boil it pretty much.
You're supposed to get like the water, like in a giant pot to a certain temperature, and then you also added in. I forgot what the proper name for this. I think not spices, but you add these proper things in, which like help the water give it like some that flavor and such. But it'll, like in the end processes of like the beer will like have more flavor and stuff to it. But you do that for like I think you gotta get to boiling for a certain point, and then then you fetch them out because you don't want those in for too long, and then you start adding in some other stuff. It's like it's a pretty simple process. The only hard part is actually having to wait for like a certain amount of time, and then keeping the water at a certain temperature. Because at one point, my uncle, he's not doesn't do it professionally, but he's been doing it for a long time. Like he was there, teaching me how to do it, and he's like, make sure the temperature doesn't go this, or it'll start bubbling out the pot and stuff like that. And I was listening, and it bubbled out the pot a bit, but nothing like it wasn't like, oh, it's all ruined because it's like 6 gallons of it is gonna make 1 keg.
Don't you
So I was
guys
like,
use
oh.
Don't you guys use like a pressure pot,
No, it's just like a Pasola pot. It's just something like that.
Pozole pot. Okay.
Yeah, and we just put it on a burner. It's like a modified one. It's not like an actual one, but it's like a modified pot. Like it's like the big like that though.
Okay.
And then after it's all done, like you fluctuate the temperatures, you cool it down. With this, it's like a coil thing where you attach the hose to one end, for like any hose, doesn't matter. It's not getting into the beer, and like so like any like house water hose. You attach it to one end, then you attach another hose to the other end to shoot out the water. So basically, it's cooling down the stuff through the coil, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I gotta wait a month before like the beer is actually done, but the beer I made was it's like making a maple syrup and bacon beer, and it
Ooh, that
sounds like
good.
what the hell, like hearing it, but it's pretty good. It's the first one I made. It's like 5% right now. I'm pretty sure. Well, the original estimate was 5% alcohol, but we had to wait to the end of the month to get the actual percentage, which is still nice.
Why don't you do some moonshine, dude?
Because so like he's like I normally do this in my backyard, but since this is like a last minute thing, we're gonna do it in the front yard, and he lives like across the street from a school, and they're having like an event. I think it's like a soccer event, so I don't know what it was, but like people were passing by every now and then of like, oh, you making some moonshine over there, and we're like, no, we're making beer, and like that was like an all day thing of just like them telling us that, but
they're like, we're interested on a cup,
right. Like the middle lady came by, she's like, "Oh, what are you guys making?" And we're like, "Oh, we're making some beer." She's like, "Oh, save me a glass." I'm like, oh, "Wow, okay." What just happened? That's not what I expected like someone to say. But yeah, it's a pretty fun process. I'm not gonna say I want to do it professionally, but like, it is a fun hobby. Like it would be a fun hobby for me to do because I want to learn more about it and stuff.
You should. That'd be pretty dope. Dude, you can make some crazy flavors and shit.
Yeah, because what he did, what he does is like he does trucking for a company, and so he gets like a 30, I think like 33% discount, 30% discount, one of the two. And so like Tucky has all his like equipment and stuff, but he took me to like hit the shop where technically where he works. And it's like I was looking around, I'm like, oh my god, like what is all these flavors? Like what are like there's IPAs, there's pale ales, there's all these different things. And then he like opened the back of his car, and then he's like, see his box? I'm like, yeah, what's in it? He's like, there's like he opened it, his bags. Like, oh, what are these bags for? And he's like, oh, one of them's for making Modelo, and one of them's for making Pacifico. I'm like, what? Like you're just gonna make these? Like I never seen these things outside of a bottle.
No, dude. The best IPAs are chocolate and coffee ones. Those are hella good, man.
Chocolate? I don't like. I'm like. I don't know. IPAs are like they're not my favorite, but I will drink one because like it has like that bitter, like flowery, bitter taste to it.
Yes,
That like
the
really stops
hops.
me from doing it. Yeah, they're the hops. That's what the names were earlier. The hops. But I was trying to think like it's like something, some like name like that. It's like that one weird name I wouldn't think for.
It's kind of
Um,
like cannabis. It's like that herb is like pretty much in the family range of the cannabis.
but I don't know. Like IPAs are just definitely something where it's like I won't drink it on my on like just like willing like not willing, but like I'm not saying you gotta force feed it to me, but like I won't drink it. It's like I'm nowhere like oh like I'm not I'm just gonna get an IPA real quick. Like I have to be like we all have to be together with other people.
Hmm. No, I like IPAs, bro. They're hella good.
What else is there? Oh like what would this? Let me drink. Let me look this up. What would this drink be considered? You know what Red's Apple Ale is, right? That's the kind that I like. I like those. Like those. I feel like those are good.
It's
What's
a
up, Kevin?
it's an apple cider.
Yeah, it's a malt beverage. What malt beverage? What? It basically it's a hard cider. It's really good. Um, definitely one of my favorite.
Have you had I believe it's Angry Orchard with the Shadow of 805?
I have not. I gotta say the name sounds very familiar, but now I'm thinking about it. I have not.
It's a so when you mix them in together, it's called a Viper Bite or a Viper Bite or Viper Venom. It's
Wow.
hella good because like because you know how the IPA the 805 is like a dark heavy beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so with the Angry Orchard or the apple cider, hard apple cider, whatever you want to prefer, you put it, and so that thing sinks to the bottom. And so when it goes to the bottom, it looks like it's blood. It looks weird, but it's hella good, dude.
So I googled what Red's Apple like what the actual name was, and there's like an ad on the side. It says a new apple variety with enhanced resistance to diseases. And you want to guess the price for this one apple? Might be four apples, but this one image is just one.
$50.
You're actually really low, like insanely low.
100,
You're still really, you're actually like really far off. Just so you know, you're like
$1,000,
you're getting closer.
2,000.
You're getting okay times 10.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's hella.
20,000 for like four apples. I'm like, what?
Mm-mm.
I don't want to like. I don't. I don't. Huh? I don't understand this. But yeah, like I don't think there's really too much anime that I've watched recently besides those, or like anything really. Like, there's not really anything good out right now.
Let's see. From what I've seen, my go-tos right now. Let me see what I got. Oh, there is this other one that was pretty good too. It's called.
Mm.
Let me find it. It's called "To the Abandoned Sacred Beast."
I've heard the name before.
It is really good.
Wait, what? Hold on.
So yeah, that one pretty much what it is. It's about like I said once again, about humans who that could metamorph into animals, anywhere from mythological creatures to just your normal dogs and stuff. And there's these two nations that they're going on a democratic war or a civil war, if you want to call it. But one of them is like they're like really overpowered. One half of the nation, and the other half is kind of weak. So then they start this program called the Sacred Beast, and they start injecting like the soldiers with what they call it. They call it the what was it that they call it?
Hmm.
They they pretty much called it the incarnates. They call it the incarnates. And so what it is like DNAs from like different monsters and stuff, and they inject them into the soldiers, and it allows them to like metamorph into the creature. Like there's the main guy is a werewolf, and then there's other guys that turn into like golems, chimeras, dragons, minotaurs, sirens. You pretty much name it, like all the mythological creatures, and once the Civil War is finished, the leader of the incarnates or the special soldiers, what they used to call them, he goes and has to kill every single member of his squad because they went rogue because they used the power so many times that the s- the animal animal kind of took over the humans, and so they're kind of stuck in the animal form and they go on around killing other people. And
Holy hell!
it's pretty interesting. It's really bloody if you like bloody anime, dude.
No.
No.
Do you know the anime a certain scientific accelerator?
Sounds familiar. I think my brother might have.
I feel like he might have.
Let
I
me
feel
check.
okay. I know I sent him a picture of it for sure, and I think that piqued his interest in watching it. But it's there's another anime that's ongoing. It's ongoing right now. It's called a certain scientific railgun, and so I'm like, wait, I'm putting two and two together right now. Are these like are these two series connected? Because this one has like 3 seasons, and I'm looking
Oh,
at
I
it
think
now, and apparently they are.
he hasn't said. I think I've seen the one.
Like I don't know what the timeline is, but this is also my cue to watch. I have a lot of things to watch. I've been actually been watching a lot of Netflix. Um, I just finished Lucifer season 4, which is as of right now is the last season until
Lucifer.
soon. Yeah, because they're making a 5th season, and it says season 5 is gonna be the last one. But originally season 4 was supposed to be the last one. And the way that ended season 4, have you seen it yet?
I have not. Don't not spoil it for me because this is one of the few.
What happened?
I said don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen
Oh.
it.
Um. Well, okay, what can I say about it? Oh, see, but you like you know what it's about though, right? Or have you seen like anything about it yet?
So the last thing that I saw was the Lucifer was becoming a regular angel because he got his wings back and he was cutting them off because he wanted to become an angel. He wanted to be, he's wanted to be himself,
Okay,
Lucifer.
that's like season 3. Holy, okay, you're not too far off then.
Yeah, that's the last thing that I've seen. I haven't started season 4.
Um, well, like the way that ended, like the first 3 seasons was cliffhangers. Okay, you
Uh
shouldn't
huh.
think, but
Yeah, I seen it.
season 4, since it was originally like the last one before they got like, because they're like, oh, because to them they're like, we're not gonna get a 5th season. Let's kind of like end it here, season 4. The way they ended season 4, I was like, if they just like they're not making a season 5, I would have been happy with how this ended because this is like supposed to be the end of the story. So I'm like, this would have been great. But now that I know they're making a season 5, I want to know like, okay, I want more now. Like now I know it's making more. But that's been like my binge watch thing for like a little bit now.
I gotta watch it. I gotta get on it. Um, there is this other anime that I've been watching on Netflix called Kengan Ashura Games.
Okay. Oh wow, so I thought you were gonna say Cannon Busters because I haven't seen that one yet.
No,
What
no,
is it?
no, no. It's called the Kengan Ashura. So pretty much what this is a it's kind of like a mock of Tekken, King of the Fighters, kind of like those games
Mm-hmm.
where they're all big corporations like McDonald's, Walmart, KFC, and so on and so on and so on. And so each company has their own fighter, and I believe it's once every 4 years, or once every 4 years, they have the tournaments where the winner becomes the winner becomes the president of all the companies, like because it's like a whole pyramid. Like there's a president, like the main president of the companies, and then there's each individual company, and they have their own presidents and CEOs and stuff. But this is like the supreme leader of like the whole group, and they decide what the hell to do. And so they go and do the fighting tournament and stuff. It's pretty. I don't want to spoil it too much because like if I talk anything more after that, like I'll spoil some stuff for people. Like I don't know if they've seen it or if you want to watch it, but it's really good. It's fighting. It's a
I
lot of
just pulled it up right now.
yeah.
Wait, what is this?
There is that one, and then there is the other one. Bucky the grappler.
Okay, I want to say I know the name, but I might not.
It's an older anime, like the ones they have right now on they're like remakes or not remakes, but they're continuations of the first. Like it's a good anime though.
What is this? I pulled up the timeline for the certain scientific thing. There's a lot more to this than I thought. I think I just fell into like, what the hell? Um, 'cause I really want to get into it because the concept of the certain scientific accelerator was like, if you look at the summary, it says after rescuing Last Order, which is like this little girl, and taking a
Mhm.
bullet to the head, the top esper is like in the recovery, and it's just like, well, like I didn't read this beforehand, so like when does this happen? And I'm just trying to look into it more, and I discover stuff like that. But like this is like a lot of stuff where I'm sitting here and like, oh my god, um, what the hell, man?
It's a like I said, it's a pretty good anime.
Yeah, I added it to my queue right now. I pull it up. It looks good actually. I might actually think fall into that. What
Do it.
is
Watch it. It's
this?
pretty good.
What is this not canon? I don't know, but one anime that I was watching a while back. I don't remember what the name was. I have to find it. Um, but yeah, there's not really too much anime really. Like I'm not really getting into the Boruto anime. What other animes? My Hero I'm not watching because it just doesn't interest me in the second half.
Okay, but yeah, dude, it's a yeah, the Boruto one. I kind of stopped watching it. I need to catch up to it. I just haven't had time to watch it. It got pretty interesting.
Did it?
Yeah, it got pretty interesting.
Uh, I don't know. I think I stopped watching like episode 70 or 60. I know I just skipped a lot of it. I just don't like the characters. That's the problem. Like I understand they're trying to make their own characters, like make new characters and stuff like that, but it's like they're not interesting. Like I find them more annoying than interesting. That's why I didn't watch Black Clover. Like I understand it's probably good at anime, but I don't like it because the main character.
I don't know. Yeah, Black Clover is pretty good. I like it. I just haven't seen it. I don't like the arc they're on. It's called the elf arc. I don't like it. It's kind of boring.
What the hell? My webcam arm is kind of like wobbling. I gotta fix that. Uh, what anime? I'm just waiting for Shield Hero season 2 mostly,
Oh
and
yes,
next My Hero season.
that one's gonna be a good one. Have you? No, you probably don't read the mangas for Dragon Ball Super, huh?
No, are they still adding on to that?
Yes, sir.
Really? I
Yes,
didn't know
yes.
that.
They are currently fighting this damn thing. It's a goat. It is literally a goat named Moro, Moro. If you want to check it out. And what this damn thing is, he he goes around. He used to go around the universe. And you know how Goku does the spirit bomb, right? Where he collects the people's energy and makes a ball, right?
Yeah.
Well, this guy he could do the same thing, but he is the planets. Like he collects a whole energy of the planets and its inhabitants, makes it into a ball, and then compacts it and just eats it.
What the hell?
Yeah, he's weird. Like he went around eating like thousands of planets like that. It's a pretty interesting arc. Right now they're at where Vegeta went to planet Yardra, and and the Yardrins are actually training Vegeta how to use a new technique different than Goku's instant transmission. Yeah, it's pretty.
What?
Yeah, you gotta read the manga, dude. It's pretty good.
Hmm. Like I just look on Crunchyroll and like they only have up to the end of the tournament.
No, they don't have it in the anime. I don't think they're gonna have the anime anytime soon, just because of all the drama and controversy that was going around with the Funimation house.
Oh yeah, like when Ivan was here last time, this was actually a while back since he came over because we were watching a Pokemon 2019 Cypher because he hadn't seen it yet, so I was watching it with him. But he was telling me about it. I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't believe any of this. We looked it up, and then I'm like, holy hell, I can't believe all this is real. Like this is what I thought was gonna happen. Like this was gonna go. So it's like, wow, that's something. What are you watching on then?
No, it's I just read the manga. It's a manga.
Oh yeah,
It's a
you
manga.
read the manga. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's what it's telling you. It's just manga.
What do you call it? The new Broly, the new Broly voice that they have because they're like, since they're gonna, like, I'm pretty sure like well, they're gonna recast everybody, right? Because I know
Oh
they
yeah.
got Broly voice actor. I'm okay with their voice actor because the news voice actor plays Nero from Devil May Cry, and I'm like, oh wow, I could get behind that. He also plays Ichigo, English dubbed. Um, almost two things I know him from, but I know he's been in a lot more anime and stuff like that. Like he's not new to voice acting. He's done a lot of stuff, but he's
No,
a
yeah,
pretty good voice actor.
yeah. He's I could get with it too. Like you said, yeah, it sucks that big is gone, but you know that they gotta have new talent on it. You know.
Yeah. Another like I don't know like I can't really watch Dragon Ball in general, like subbed, because to me growing up as a kid was Goku English dub was the Goku I knew. So like it's first of all it's gonna be like what the hell, like this isn't gonna be Goku no more. What do you mean? And also it's gonna be like I don't want to watch it subbed, which is weird since I watch everything else subbed.
No, me, I like to watch. I mean, I don't mind it dub, sub, English or Spanish, but I prefer watching it on Spanish.
Really?
Yeah, because the voice of Mario Castañeda, that's the dub actor for Goku in Spanish. That's the one I grew up with. Like he just makes Son Goku so manly, dude. It's just like
Makes him so manly.
he does. Watch, let me play a clip. We're allowed to do that, no?
I don't think we are, especially considering what's happening and stuff right now. I need to sit down and talk to Ivan more about this stuff too.
Actually, yeah. I'm not gonna put any clips on it, but next time I will play a clip real quick. But yeah, his voice is really good. He's been the actor voice. He's also the actor voice of Bruce Willis. He does Bruce
Really?
Willis in Spanish.
Bruce Willis? Really?
Yeah, yeah. Watch. Let me see what
Okay.
other.
Oh my god. So like I'm still doing research and stuff. And apparently a fully certain scientific accelerator is a side story. Like it's not a spin-off because I guess in a way it still is canon, but it's a side story. So I'm like, wow, okay, well, now I need to watch all this stuff. It's cool. Right. Magical Index. There you go. So now, oh my god. Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
I have not seen that. I haven't seen that. Oh, you know how he also dubs. Let's see. In Spanish, he dubs Goku, The Mask, Jim Carrey, Bruce Willis, one of the knights from Senseiya. I think the one with the blue hair. Iron Man, Hulk in Spanish, and a couple of others.
Did
Those
you
are
say
like the
Jim
ones.
Carrey?
Yes, he also voices Jim Carrey, bro.
What the hell?
Oh,
That's
he also voices. He also voices everyone's favorite killer, the one he killed at Asuna on Naruto.
he killed who and who? Wait, hold on. Go back.
So
Go
you
back
know,
one second.
okay, so you remember
Oh,
back in
Asuma.
Naruto?
Okay, never mind. Okay, I'll say. Wait, who are we talking about again? Yeah. Okay, I know.
Okay, yeah, that one dude. What's his name? He
Hidan.
done. He done. Yeah, he
Yeah.
done. He also voices Hidan in Spanish.
Really?
Yes, and he also voices uh one of the guys from the skin. I don't know the guy's name, but it's any guy from Friends, Joey, I think.
I never watched Friends.
And he also voices the Blue Pony for My Little Pony.
Okay, I didn't know. I did not need to know that last part. I am.
Me neither. He just kind of came up. I was like, okay.
It just popped up.
I was like, okay. Guess I went on his Wikipedia.
Huh. Okay, that's weird. What did I say? I thought I'd say something now. Shoot. It's like right there. I can't say it. It's like
What about One Punch Man, the video game? Are you
like
looking
I
in?
like let me tell you right now. I went to GameStop the other day to rebuy a copy of Pokemon Ultra Sun because I can't find my son. I'm so mad. I can't find my son because it has all my mons on there and I'm like, okay, what do I do? So like I did some researching. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna say what it is yet. But I went to buy a copy of Ultra Sun and I seen a thing for One Punch Man. I'm like, well, I know they have anime, but like, why are they promoting this now? And then I'm like, oh wait, the video game. I know nothing about it, but I'm like, wow, this could actually be pretty good though, because like it's a good anime. I haven't finished season 2 yet. Go to show how good of anime it is, but not that the anime is bad. It's that again I haven't sat down and actually finish it.
I don't know. I haven't even watched it because I heard like the animation style is like way different. But I just haven't gotten around to it because I've been watching so many other animes and stuff.
I don't want to say it's different. I didn't notice any difference. I mean, then again, I probably have to watch number 1 again, but I didn't notice any difference in it.
I was gonna say, from what I've heard from people and like some of the comparisons that I've seen here and there, but like it's more digitalized. It's yeah, it's more
Is it?
CG. Yeah, it's a little bit more digitalized than the original season.
Now that you said that, I feel like the only part that is like that I could pull that up is this one fight that I've seen so far. Um, you're caught up on My Hero, right? Or at least you know about the raid arc.
Yes.
Okay, spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched My Hero and plans to. What would you grade the Lemillion versus Overhaul fight out of 10? What would you give it?
I would give it a solid 9.5.
Okay, if I say anything under a 9, you're gonna like I'm going to bed. Sorry now. Anything under a 9, but I was going to go to bed.
No, I give
Like,
it a solid 9.5, bro. It was a solid, really well executed. It was like it was a masterpiece. Like it had me. It gave me shivers, bro. Like the shivers you get when you like I get shivers whenever I watch like a really really amazing fight, like kind of like Dragon Ball Z stuff like that, like those kind of fights, like the Broly movie.
mhm.
But like it was a really good animated fight scene.
Like, because I wrote like at the before even like all this happened, like since like 2018, I started reading the manga, and when I got to that part, I remember I was at work because during graveyard shift I was at work, and I remember reading that like and like because it was just, like I was like because my job was basically I cut plastic off of like a giant bottle tower thing and basically
Uh-huh.
send it through, and like it takes like 5 minutes for it to all the go through. So I would just read manga the whole time. It's all that I was watch anime, read manga, but when I got to that part, I had to literally put my phone down. I'm like, that did not just happen. And like the whole like because he got shot and lost his quirk. And
Hmm.
like the whole time I'm like, that's not real. Like this, I'm just dreaming right now. No, I'll wake up and like, it was all a dream. But as I kept reading, I'm like, no, this they can't be doing this to me because he was my favorite character. I feel like everybody could agree he's a great character. And I agree with the 9.5. Your rating of 9.5 because they cut so much out of the fight to save budget for
Oh yeah,
100% Infinite, which was really good as well. But I still enjoyed the Lemillion versus Overhaul a lot more than 100% Infinite because of how strong the fight was. The whole every fight in the raid arc was actually really good. But
but see the Lemillion, like the Lemillion one was like I think it was better than Deku's just because like he already had lost his quirk
mhm.
and he was still kicking fucking Overhaul's ass, bro.
Oh, that was the best part because I
Like
mean
he
I'm
was
pretty sure
just
he fought for like 30 minutes, and out of the
yeah
30 minutes, like 15 of them were something like that, 5 of them, 10, something like that was like quirkless, and he's still able to go 1-to-1.
oh
I'm
yeah
like,
he
wow.
beat the crap out of him. He's all like, yeah, you might have taken my quirk, but you are not taking my will to fight. And he almost clapped his cheeks. Let me just leave
He
it at
would
that.
have like if there wasn't for plot armor and the character
Mm-hmm.
development, he would have won. Like, there's no denying that. He's one of the strongest characters.
Yep,
Like,
with or without a quirk.
right? Like, what was it? And back in season, was this season 4 right now we're on? No, this is season
No,
4, right?
this is four. Yes.
Holy shit. Back in season 3, when he was first introduced, Eraserhead was like, oh, he's the closest person to being number 1, even among the pros. I'm like, there's no way that this character is gonna like, he has to get killed or nerfed somehow. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way
Then
to let him run around like this.
they nerfed him unfortunately, but
But
I did not like the only reason why I give it a 9.5 besides the fact that they cut off a lot of fighting stuff, like you said, a lot of panels.
mhm.
Let's be and I give it a 9.5 to the whole arc. The whole arc.
The whole arc was
The
amazing.
whole arc.
This was the one arc I was waiting for so long.
The only reason, like I think, Night or what was the guy's name?
Not I.
Night Eye. He should have not died the way he did, bro. Like they did him hella dirty. Like the
I
way
feel
they
like
killed him.
I feel like because again they cut so much out of it. I feel like in the manga it went differently. I don't think that's how the fight actually would have went. But
Yeah, I'll say, but they did him hella dirty here on the anime. They cut one of his arms, and then he got freaking impaled right
yeah,
through
about to
like a big ass
say
hole. Like I was like, no, my dude does not deserve that. Like he was a badass character.
like I understand him dying for character development, but the character development for the guy who's already lost his power, so I don't like he didn't need to die. Like, but
Yeah.
in one of my favorite fights besides that fight is Sun Eater versus Yakuza.
Oh yeah,
Because
that was a badass.
that fight was so good. Like again,
Yes.
that's one of the fights in the manga where I was like reading it. I'm like, yo, because of course, like Sun Eater and a Million are my favorite characters because not only because like they're like the big three, like they're the strongest students, but because of they were the worst at using their power and they built themselves up. Because they even said it like Lemillion, or they said it back in season 3, like he's not strong because of his quirk, but it's because like he trained around his quirk. So that's how come against Overhaul, even though like he was beating him with it, when he lost it, he was still able to beat him. Not because he trained without using it as well. So I'm like, this is like he's such a great character.
Oh yeah, no, Sun Eater, like, you know what? The one thing I noticed, a Sun Eater does not wear shoes.
He doesn't. It's just
Because
like I didn't notice that at first. I thought he was wearing sandals. I'm like, this guy's walking around barefoot.
yeah, yeah, but the reason is because he always gets those the eagle claws,
Mm-hmm.
the chicken legs or whatever they're called, and so that's the main reason why he doesn't wear them. Like, I don't
In
know. I
case
just thought it was,
transforming.
yeah, I just thought it was really badass when he ate the other dude's crystal and he absorbed it. When that dude
Yeah.
was gonna beat the shit out of him, he just like crystallized it. He's like, "Oh, you ate a piece of my quirk,"
Yeah,
and then,
oh, he's such a good like his power is really cool. Like the Chimera Kraken hybrid, that
Mhm.
was amazing. Like that was like that was like, of course, like he can't be like the fight couldn't be completely one sided, so they had to introduce like the Yakuza was able to eat anything. So like that makes sense, but like he's able to bounce back from it, even though he's at the disadvantage, and that was the best part.
I also like the fight with the Fat Gum and
Oh, dude, I almost cried during that fight. Let me tell you, that was so good.
yeah.
Again, this whole arc was so amazing. Like it was like that specific fight. Well, that fight in the million, I almost cried. I had to actually stop watching it. I'm like, oh my god, this is too
Nah,
good.
I just had like goosebumps when I was watching it because like the guy he was by Red Riot now, right?
Yeah, Red Riot now.
Yeah, he Red Riot. He he did his best against the fast puncher guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he broke the shit out of his shields. He was just like, all right, just destroyed him. And then when Fat Gum went in there, Fat Boy or Fat Gum, whatever he's called,
Fat Boy. Wow, that's messed up.
he absorbed like all the damage. I like how they use like actual scientific facts to it too. He
Mm-hmm.
absorbed all the blows, and then he just used them back at him. He just kind of like used like kinetic energy back at him. He was pretty badass.
Yeah, that was like that. Like yeah, again, that's one of the fights where like there's like the Sun Eater, where he's at the disadvantage. But like when Red Riot first went to the fight, he got his best like his ultimate move was broken right away, and he's
Mhm.
like he started like having an emotional breakdown. But then Falcon was taking all those blows. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And then he jumps back into the fight and he starts taking punches left and right. And then he goes like the part that seals the deal was he went back to throw a punch at the end. And then the she like not Rampa, but the other one, the other Yakuza, he put the shield up. And then like that stops both the fight. I'm like, bro, that was the best part. That's basically the best part because he just jumps back right into the fight and he goes to throw his punch back, but he loses consciousness right there. And then Fat Gun picks him up, and then he says the line. He's like, "Oh, we both like you guys, enemy underestimated Red Riot," and they're like, "Oh my god!" I almost cried right there. Like it was. I go back and watch it now, and I almost cry every time because it's such a good fight.
Well,
But
yeah, he absorbed all the blows. Red Riot. That's why like his shit broke, but it was badass. Like it was a really good animated scene.
it really was. I didn't think I was gonna like Fat Gum as much as I did because like when I first seen his quirk, I'm like, "Wow, this sounds like the dumbest thing ever." But then it was like after watching it in action, I'm like, "Wow, that's not what I expected to happen."
He kind
Uh,
of he kind of looks like All Might. If you look at it, his design it
he
kind of
kind
looks
of
a little
does,
bit like
right?
him. Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if later on they say, "Oh yeah, he's All Might's something like that related to him."
But 100% Infinite. It was really good. You could definitely tell us where most of their budget went. Because they cut down on other fights. It didn't live up to my expectation. I already knew how it was gonna happen and stuff like that, but I give it like a 9, and I give the million a 9.5. Like, yeah, like it's like the biggest part of like the arc, but it wasn't like um. I feel like they couldn't add it. Like they didn't need as much budget as they did. That's the big takeaway. Like they didn't need as much as that budget. The budget.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the main character,
Yeah,
so
that's kind of the reason
they
why they had
gotta
to do it.
they gotta do it.
But the concept was really cool, like him being able to use 100%, like just a taste of 100%, like as like me and like because we seen what he was able to do. Like he was flying around left and right because of his jumps, and then he's able to do like all those punches at once against Overhaul. Like that was insane.
Yeah, I like how they use Eerie as a regenerator, pretty much.
Yeah, like
She would just rewind him back before to the part before his hands broke and shit or whatever, because he was breaking his bones. Well, 100%.
yeah,
But
almost
Eerie
definitely. He's
was,
probably losing body parts if like she wasn't there.
yeah, but she was just like regenerating them. She was like, nope, nope. But yeah, it was pretty good fight. Pretty good fight.
It was really like the whole arc was really good. I'm not really too excited about the current arc they're going through.
Oh, the
Uh,
festival.
Yeah, like I tell Adon this every time. Like they could just cut it out, make it a movie, and then I would be fine with that. and skip over because after there's only one fight in the whole thing, and it's not that good. It's not too good a fight, but every from here to where they currently are in the manga for hour after the festival to where they currently are is full of good fights. Like is it how they stated Endeavor being number one hero already? I mean, it's kind of implied already. He's number one hero, right? Because I remember Endeavor.
Oh yeah. He pretty much took over because he was the number 2 hero. All
And
Might's
then All Might's
retired.
retired. So
Yeah.
I think they officially announced that he's number one after the festival. I think they officially announced it. But I'm pretty sure when after the All Mights versus All for One fight, that they even they said that Endeavor was mad because he didn't. This isn't how he wanted to be number one. But Endeavor's gonna have his first big fight after the festival, and I'm mad because like I won't be able to see it until next season because it's a really good fight. It's not like it's not what I thought was gonna happen because I'm like Endeavor was a character where I didn't really care about him too much, but after watching him fight, like as like his first number one hero fight, I'm like, oh my god, this character is actually kind of wild.
I don't know. Endeavor reminds me a lot of Embor.
Embor. See, I named my Incineroars Endeavor because like Incineroar has like the belt of fire, and that's kind of. But like, I want to name him Embor's Endeavor too, just because like he has the flame on his face and stuff.
Yeah, he's built like Embor too. It's like a funny.
But it's too bad Embor's not. He's not too good at Mon. That's why I don't want to do that. I'm like, oh. But then
He's
again, it's kind of hard to not name him it.
he's a decent. He's just a really decent like wall. Like not even a wall. It's just a really decent. What would you consider him? I think
I don't.
a bruiser.
I feel like he could be a tank, but his typing's kind of weird, so it's like it's kind of difficult.
Because he's what fighting fire, right?
Yeah. But then again, Blaziken's the same thing, but Blaziken makes it work. I feel like it's just because it's like his speed and his stats or change it up
Well,
a bit.
Blaziken makes it work just because he has the speed boost ability.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I feel like it comes down to ability in the end because Infernape's also firefighting, but Infernape gets Iron Fists as well, which is
he gets Iron Fist, and then he also gets Flash Fire.
Does he get Flash Fire?
I think it's Flash Fire.
I think Flash Fire might be his hidden, and Iron Fist is his ult.
Yeah, Flash Fire is his hidden, I believe so.
Oops. Oh, wait, there we go. But yeah, we are at an hour cut out, like the 5 minutes from earlier cut out. Like I'll give away two take. We're like an hour and 12 minutes into this.
You want to keep going? You want to cut it?
I think we can cut it because I feel like around an hour would be like an ideal point for these.
Okay.
But for episode 0, I feel like an hour and 12-ish, maybe an hour and 12 would be fine enough.
Okay.
But
so
let's say, how do you want to do this?
So I'll just say, all right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for today. This was just like we said, a pilot episode, and next we're gonna do it bi-weekly, right? Or what? How do you want?
Bi-weekly would be good for now.
Okay. Yeah. So by next episode, we will actually have some better structure, I guess you could say it. We'll have like some more anime content and actually some video game contents.